Welcome to day 7 on the Hebridean Way. I'm up and I'm moving, and my goal today is to move fast, see how far we can get before the weather really comes in. What was that? I don't know what that was. I'm gonna utilize this gate because I need to be this side of the fence. Who has time for tying knots? Oy. There we go. Take 2. Note to fellow viewer. I don't know where the path goes there, but that was not the way. Actually, now that we're in this compound, you see these strips here. So these are what they call lazy beds, where essentially, again, kind of like the raised paths, it's been built up so the farmers could grow crops like potatoes and oats. Just life out here was and still is so harsh. You know, just the connection to the modern world is really just not quite there. I mean, we've talked about many of these causeways only being built in the 1990s. It's the same with the roads, you know. Only after the advent of the Second World War did many of them get constructed. So it's a era behind almost. And no matter what, you can't change the environment, you can't change what can and can't grow here. All you can do is adapt new skills and techniques to try and at least eke a living out here. Where's the next one then? Oh, I think it's down there. Geez, that's quite a long way to have to spot. That's a good 100+ meters. No bother, let's go. Enjoying this view as well. Didn't expect to have one, so pretty happy about that. The route essentially goes up over here now, and this fence goes around and along, just not quite as steep. I'm not really sure which I want to choose, to be honest. You know, there are times where I end up feeling a bit annoyed because the guidebook suggests that this view is his favourite and it's really worth the effort. So far I disagree. But then I'm not at the top yet, so that might change things a bit. I've opted to do a bit of both, find my own way around.
I was using the Hiker app to navigate this trail alongside my Cicerone Press guidebook. And what's really helpful about this app is you've got 1 to 50 maps, and then you can zoom in and you get 1 to 25, so you get even more detail. And for this leg of the trail, you can see it's really quite remote. We are far away from human features and surrounded by natural features. So being able to read the natural landscape, the contours, the crags, the lochs and lochans was absolutely essential for this, as with some other stretches further on along the trail. And then dropping down to human settlements again, or human features. We've got roads, we've got buildings, we've got field boundaries, and then back into these natural features. So it was quite difficult navigating this region, and having an app every now and then to just glance at and check exactly where I am with my location proved to be really helpful. Now, alongside the national apps, they've also got historic maps, which are super cool because basically you can click on that and you can see what the trail would have looked like, or at least what the region would have looked like back in the days when this map was first published. And then as well as historic maps, it's also got 3D maps as well. So this proved absolutely fantastic when it came to looking at the severity of the climbs. And what we can see straight away is the Hebridean Way is really not crazily hilly. I mean, these are not mega hills we're talking about here. But just having that profile and sort of scale of the hillage around me was very helpful when my energy levels were diminishing. Anyway, back to the route. Let's see how we go.
I'm actually having to navigate this quite carefully now. I've just checked on the map. This is 1 to 50, and this is a very craggy area. So the last thing I want to do is just step off the edge of a crag. I really, you know, I don't know. It's just not for me the best way to experience this landscape. It's kind of quite, it's just, what are the words I want to say? It's sad, I could just be down there. It's a Sunday morning. It's going to be dead on the road. Just poodling along, enjoying the scenery. And instead I'm up here. And don't get me wrong, it's quite fun, but I don't know, you win some, you lose some. There's all these hidden drops as well, which I'm having to be careful of. But anyway, now I'm walking around a crag, which is not particularly safe because it's so slippy. Thankfully, I know what I'm doing. Except then. See what I mean? It's just maddening. It's really frustrating. At least, in a really dangerous spot, put some flipping signs up. The rock is so much safer. So according to my map, I'm now above the path. That's just stupid. There's no way there's a path down there. This is ridiculous. It's so unsafe. I mean, the winds are not helping, but man, it's annoyed. What a waste of time this is. Absolute waste of time. I can't get too close to the edge. The wind is just too strong. I've just got to take my time. Okay, I can get down there. Oh, jeez. Okay, there's the fence. Yeah, look, that's a nice step over, hopefully. Are you with me? Do you know what? Even this infers that other people have come this way. I'm actually really anxious now because I know there's some big crags here. I think I'm gonna go back on myself and loop around. See these rocks? That's where I just was. Just on the edge of those. That was so stupid. Oh well, I'm fine. Ah, there's a hole in the fence there. That's one less that I have to jump. Just commit. There we go. All right, I'm off. I'm off the flipping hill. I don't like you. That was wild, which was fine, but let's get to the road now. Hopefully I can. There's a fence there. I'm sure they won't mind. We made it. Tarmac. Man, all right, what went wrong there? I chose not to follow the path. I thought I'd be smart. Got into a bit of a pickle and then evacuated. That's what's wrong there. Really, you just need to go straight over the top. You, my friend, are unfinished business. I'll be back. So I'm about to join the coffin route, which is interesting because basically during the Highland clearances, or the clearances here in Scotland, people were moved from the west and some people tried to take up a living in the east, which is very exposed and harsh, and it's not the sandy beach kind of environment. But when they died, they were carried through the hills back to the west side to be buried, and that's the route I'm going to be following. Oh my gosh, just sorting my pack, and look who it is. It's our hiker friend with his dog. He caught me up. Hey! Hey!
No, I'm good, I'm good. Down to 1. Oh sorry, it was 1.6 and I brought it down to 1.
Whee!
Over you go.
He's such a good boy. Man, the timing for company is unreal, but it's cool. It's very good underfoot. It's a bit West Highland Way actually, and very dramatic with the hills. Wind's definitely picking up. You can feel it. The storm is on its way. And look at this, actual hikers. That's a first. Hi.
Hello. Oh, fantastic. What's your trip?
Yeah, I've not used more than 2 today, so I've got the other 2, but yeah.
It's a nice lock in here. Again, like so many places, it could be a good spot to wild camp, but then it's so tussocky and wet. You can make it work, but it's also very exposed.
And then yeah, I was like, okay.
Another sort of locking down there, and this path just undulates through the hillside. I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years this is how the trail actually ends up. If it's just like this, just a winding path that's gravelled, it's really straightforward, and it's a nice way to truly experience the landscape rather than bog hopping 101.
Get a wetsuit,
Yeah.
do some of the locks and stuff.
So we have this old ruin here, and just gonna see how sheltered it is inside. Oh, mate. Little haven, I think. Anya's like, yep, this is cool. Time to crack on, eh? Yeah. Enjoy.
See you later.
Bye, buddy. Okay, let's just get down and we'll batten down the hatches. I actually need more water as well. I might just get myself to do that too. We have a problem. I seem to have lost my water filter. It is gone. It is not in here. Where on earth has that gone? I know exactly where it is. It's at the campsite. I left it on the side in the kitchen. That's really inconvenient. That definitely makes my decision to go to the hostel tonight much simpler, because I need to conserve gas. I'm gonna have to boil my water. Oh, I'm gutted. I'm gonna see if I can get a refill here. I appreciate that, thank you. Take care. All right, we've got water. Waterproofs are on. The wind is really picking up, but I think we're gonna be fine. I'm just gonna have to make use of the local community, just knock on doors if I need water. And otherwise, it's good that I've got the youth hostel tonight to stay in. I feel like this trip is just rammed with all sorts of weird and wonderful things happening. It's a standoff. You're all right, sheep. So you see all these houses dotted along the shore here, tiny little communities of fishing houses generally. Many people here still hold down 2 jobs, whether fishing or some other industry like sheep keeping, even weaving. It's really not stuck in the past, but it's tough out here. Man, that wind. So the way comes down here, joins the road. 10 miles to Tarbert, but that's along the way. So these are the hills we were just in, pretty much engulfed now. The sheep be like, ah, it's a normal day. Don't need to worry about anything. Just be happy now. And then they all come together. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't worry. Ooh, 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 ooh. Be happy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't worry, be happy now. Alright, main road. I have no idea how sensible this is going to be, but let's give it a shot. As you can see, beautiful picnic spot, beautiful view. Can't deny that even in this raw and buzzing state, there's something really amazing about this place. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm at the hostel. My cameras all died because the rain just came down, man. It was that biblical at one point. And then the winds were so strong. That was intense. And I actually feel quite gutted today because I was really looking forward to that stretch along the coast. I really debated sort of just turning down one of the tracks, but there's no point. Like, you can't enjoy it or experience anything in this weather. So I'm here, and it's funny enough because I've bumped into a few cyclists who have sort of seen along the way, and everybody's had a rest day today. No one's left. So I actually feel quite proud of myself for just getting out in this weather. It is what it is, you know. I'm already vowed that I'll definitely be coming back to the Hebrides, Outer Hebrides, to, well, with the van, come and explore. Maybe I just feel a bit worn out. That was quite a battle. Quite a battle.